You're watching BCTV, Branford's Community Access Station.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to another Round the Town of Branford with Henry and Frank. I'm Frank Toohill. We're here on the Branford Green, right in front of the Atlas Fence Company display, Scarecrows on the Green 2020. It's the Branford Garden Club, their 10th annual. Now, they do a lot of great things in town. They're going to be telling you all about it. Also today, there's another great thing going on as we speak. Also the Garden Club, and that's
the pies. We are also selling pies today, which is down at the beginning of the green here.
good. I can't wait to see the pies. I'm speaking with Nancy Ionati. She's the publicity chairman as well as in charge of membership. Hello, Nancy.
Hi, I'm the membership chairman of the Branford Garden Club, and I'd like to tell everyone that we are accepting new members this year. And the application for membership is on our website, www.branfordgardenclub.org. If you are interested in joining the club, the membership dues for the year is $50. And that is for a day member and an evening member. So if you join the club, you are you could either come at the day meetings or the evening meetings. Also, we have an associate membership, and that's $55. Those are people who really can't do many things anymore, but they're still interested in the club. I'd like to introduce Doreen Larson Obensky. She is the president of our club, and she's going to tell you a little bit about this fundraiser, where the funds that we collect for.
Yeah, good, okay. Hey, Doreen.
Hi, good morning, everybody. I'm Doreen Larson Oboisky, president of the Branford Garden Club. This is our first fundraiser this year, actually, because of COVID. So I hope everybody has been able to come down and see the wonderful Scarecrows on the Green, and also will come down and buy one of our pies. The fundraiser that we're doing now, selling pies and Scarecrows, raise funds for our many projects in Branford, one of which are the baskets on the green, which will be decorated for the holidays coming up really soon. We also have several gardens on the green that we have sponsored, and we also have the Harrison House and some other places that we have gardens at. We are also going to have wreaths that we're making that are going to be hung all over Branford and all the public buildings. And we just do lots of education to people about different issues, about how important planting native plants are for pollinators, and many other things like that. We have a really interesting club and a great bunch of people that belong to our club that are really hard workers, and we know also have lots of fun. I'd like to introduce the chairperson of the Scarecrows on the Green this year. She's a co-chair, and this is Onda Wire.
Hello, everybody. So this is our 10th annual Scarecrows on the Green. The Scarecrows are put up by local businesses, organizations, schools, individuals, and I think they really add some wonderful flavor to fall in Branford. This year, Scarecrows is one of the few town-approved major activities due to, the pandemic. So our Scarecrows are social distancing, taking precautions as is the public. So shortly we will take you through all the various exhibits, and I must say they're incredibly creative this year, and making Scarecrows on the Green a beloved Branford tradition.
Thank you. Thank you, Anda. That's Anda Wire, the co-chairman. Now, also, you're co-chairman with Liz Mishler, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She isn't here yet.
No, I'm sure she'll arrive.
Okay, a couple questions. So this is the 10th annual Scarecrows exhibit,
Yes, that's correct.
and this runs until when? November?
It runs until November 3rd.
Okay, so you have plenty of time to come down to the Green and see the Scarecrows in person. Now, all the Scarecrows are going to be shown on this program, but believe me, they don't do it justice. You've got to come down for yourself and take a look. Amble by each one, see all the craftsmanship and art, all the artistic detail that went into them this year. Now, this is the 10th. So over the years, has the interest in this grown every year?
I would say the interest has grown. I haven't done a count for this year, but every year we seem to get more and more, again, businesses, organizations, and families put them up. And I must say, it's not too late to put up a Scarecrow now, because we are running through November 3rd. And registration forms are available on our website, www.branfordgardenclub.org.
Okay, that's great. So it's a great activity, a great organization. As we heard from everybody here, all the funds are used for great purposes in Branford. I mean, there isn't anybody that gets paid. All the money goes into all the great activities. Now the pies, what's going on with the pies this year? Here's the president.
Well, the pies were made by several of our members. We did it at the community dining room. They were kind enough to let us use space. And we did everything according to the health department rules. And we have a variety. Everybody did their specialty. We have several different kinds of pies available, including apple, pumpkin, pecan. I think we have some strawberry rhubarb. Anyway, there's a variety, and they're all delicious, and they're all made with love by gloved, masked members of our garden club. We did everything by the rules. So please come on down and have grab a pie and look at these wonderful Scarecrows.
Thank you very much. That was the president of the Branford Garden Club, Doreen Larson-Oboisky. Now let's go back to the publicity chair, who is Nancy Iannotti. Would you tell us about the garden club? Isn't it true that, right, it's one of the oldest, one of the biggest in the state?
Okay, I'd like to tell you a little bit about the club. Yes, the club is one of the oldest clubs in the state. We're part of the Connecticut Federation of Garden Clubs. We have 143 members. This puts us into what we call an extra large group. There's, depending on membership, we have small, medium, large, and extra large. The Branford Garden Club is in the extra large group. We have a flower show once every 4 years. Now, we haven't had too much preparation for our next one, but Doreen could tell you what we're going to do in 2022 for our next flower show here in town.
Hi, our planning, as Nancy said, has not really started, but we do have it in the very, very beginnings. Our work is getting started. But one thing that is going to be coming up as a fundraiser, and something that is just wonderful, is a garden tour. And be looking in the paper for more information about a garden tour. We're going to be having that next year, probably in the summer or late fall, as soon as time permits. So anyway, we have lots of exciting things, so it's always fun to come around here in Branford to see all the decorations that we have provided.
Thank you. Thank you. Also, a question. So it was, I think you said, right, there's 143 members.
Yes.
And you have evening meetings, and you also have daytime meetings. So with the pandemic, would you tell me as to how are the meetings going? Are they in person or are they virtual?
We
do that?
sure.
Hi. We've been able to have outside meetings up until now. As you can see, the weather's been hanging out, it's cooperating. So our next meeting is going to be November 5th, and it's going to be outside at the Branford Yacht Club. And then after, I'm sure the weather gets colder in the beginning of the year in February, that will be our first meeting. We'll probably have Zoom meetings, and we have the capability of doing Zoom meetings. So our members are comfortably sitting in their houses, drinking a nice cup of hot chocolate and zooming for our meetings. So that's how we're going. We're just, we're like everybody else. We're just waiting to see when this is going to break, and we're going to do our best to have interesting meetings for everybody.
But even during this time, we are accepting new members. And remember, when you join our club, you could be a day member or an evening member, but you could come to both groups' programs. And the programs are very, very interesting. I'm online, my name and phone number and email. I'd be happy to speak to you about the club if you have any questions. Nancy Iannotti, Iannotti10@comcast.net.
Okay, that's great. Okay, that's very good. Well, I'm anxious to see all the Scarecrows this year. Could you tell me, do you know offhand as to, what's the total this year? How many displays? Do you know, Anya?
And actually, I don't. I haven't taken account because every day it seems another few pop up. So, if I want to hazard a guess, I'm thinking 24 plus.
Yeah, that's an increase then over 2019.
I do believe so, and I think it's due to, again, I think the pandemic does have something to do with it. People are eager to get out, do something, but then again, still do it safely.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's been great to talk with you. And this is, as they said, one of the oldest and biggest garden clubs in the state. Now, this is for people with all interests. As long as it's a plant, right? This is the club for you.
Let me just say that the only requirement to join the club is an interest in conservation for the town. The town has so many small gardens that we need people to maintain.
You want to give us the list, Nancy?
Yes.
Give us the list.
Okay, the Veterans Memorial Garden, which is here at the in back of us right here.
At the flagpole.
Yes.
Yep.
The evening group, they maintain that. We have the Baskets on the Green, of course. The whole club works for Baskets on the Green.
They're always so beautiful.
Right. The planters at the Blackstone Library this year are going to be filled with Christmas greenery also.
Yeah, on the front steps.
On the front steps of the Blackstone Library.
Yep.
The May McCabe garden by the Academy, which is right down here.
Yep.
On Montjuic Street. And then we have a new garden this year, which is in front of the new community house.
Oh, that's
and we
great.
Maintain that also.
Wonderful.
Don't forget the Winifred Judge Garden.
And the Winifred Judge Garden. Winifred Judge was a longtime member who did so much work for our club, and we honored her by having her own garden in the Branford Green.
On the corner there.
On
right?
the corner
Yeah.
of Montjuic.
She was a great lady.
Right.
Yep.
She certainly is. And
Yes, she is a great lady. I'm sorry.
And
Yeah.
she still comes
Yeah.
to the meetings, and it's so good to see her.
Yes.
Okay, why don't we do a tour of the Scarecrows at this point?
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, we've been speaking again with Nancy Iannotti. She's the publicity and the membership chair. Also, Anda Wire, the co-chair of Scarecrows, along with Liz Mishler, and also the president of the Branford Garden Club, Doreen Larson-Oboisky. So thank you all for being with us today.
Okay, and thank you, Frank and Henry, for doing this for us.
It's always a pleasure. And you know what? I can't wait to cover the garden tour in 2021. That's going to be great.
Yes, it should be wonderful. They're always wonderful. They're always a great job.
All right, so
people.
that's true. It's true. All right, so we're speaking now with on the wire, the co-chair of the Scarecrows. So since you're going to take us around, how about this one? Well, let's talk about the Atlas, which we're standing in front of.
Well, let's see. This is a new participant, the Atlas Outdoor Company. And as you can see, they've put up a just marvelous, marvelous display.
Yeah, with the lights.
With the lights. And actually, this is Kenny, who's going to be putting in my fence later on in the month.
Oh, really?
I gave him a phone call, and voila.
That's great. Okay, so this is Atlas, and now on to the next, on the Scarecrows on the Green, 10th annual 2020. Stay with us.
Okay, I would like to introduce Joe Gambardella, who is chairing the apple pie sale for us. Joe Gambardella.
Hello, and thank you for coming. Well, this is our second annual festival, Pie Festival. All of the pies are handmade. Because of COVID, we had to go to a licensed facility, and the community dining room gave us that opportunity. So we baked most of the pies there. Actually, we baked all of the pies there.
What type of pies do you have this year, Joe?
We have apple crumb, strawberry rhubarb. By the way, the strawberry rhubarb was donated to us by Eli's restaurant.
Okay.
And they hand baked those pies as well.
They did. That's great.
Yes, and we have pumpkin, pecan, blueberry. I think I named them all, didn't I? Not sure.
You had these pies for sale last year too. That was your first year.
Yes.
Right? And
yes.
so this is year number 2?
This is our second annual pie festival, yes.
And also the pies, I understand, really sold out fast last year, right?
They did.
How are they doing this
They're
year?
doing great this year. We have
Good.
like 20 pies left, that's all.
That's all?
That's
Good.
all, yes.
They went fast because it's only 10:30 in the morning.
I know. Well, last year was the same thing too.
Well, that's wonderful.
We're
Okay, speaking of your volunteers, who else is with us?
This is Wendy Belmore.
Hi, I'm Wendy, horticulture chair for the club. So grateful for all the community folks for coming out today and contributing to our fundraiser and enjoying the interaction with club members.
Thank you. We've already met Doreen,
Yep.
and this particular design can be explained by Anda.
Yes, this is, I call her Our Lady of the Hanging Baskets. Yeah, she's actually, I was going to have her sit in a basket, but that didn't work out very well. But I think the hanging baskets in Branford are probably in my opinion, the most visible contribution, or one of the most visible contribution that the Branford Garden Club does. Planting baskets in the spring, which are in place really until maybe a couple of weeks ago they came out, and then our holiday baskets will be going in shortly.
That's great, Anda. And like again, it's BranfordGardenClub.org. Please join it. You know, if you have an interest, if you like to grow tomatoes or flowers or trees or shrubbery, you know, and these beautiful baskets. It's just a great organization, something to be proud of in your town.
Well, thank you for doing this design. It's very, very unique.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's go down to the hydrangea lady.
Okay, hydrangea lady. is next as the tour continues on the Branford Green, the 2020 Scarecrows on the Green Branford Garden Club. Stay with us.
This lovely lady is from the Homemaker thrift shop. Paying retail is for the birds. Come shop with us at Homemaker Thrift Shop.
Very nice.
Happy Halloween from the Branford Freemasons. Here we have, let's see if you can guess, the hornet's nest. And here's Dino.
Okay, this is Ophelia, and she's from Cynthia's Flower Shop. This is a very unique design. It's the chrysanthemum lady, and as you could see, her skirt is full of chrysanthemum flowers, and it is done all the way in the back here. Very, very unique.
This next display of Scarecrows on the Green, it's Campus Customs, and it's in Branford. You can see they have t-shirts for sale all on the Scarecrows: Pine Orchard, Branford Point, Indian Neck, Short Beach, and Stony Creek. And it says Love 64, Love 5, 06405. Even the mask you can get. Campus Customs.
Professional painting by R.A. Tora. You can see he's all ready to go. Hello, this is Willabina Wallace, and it says, "Can you help me?" She's one of the favorite librarians at the Willoughby Wallace Library in Stony Creek. Here we have Nancy. Who is this?
It's the Sliney Grammar School in Branford, and it looks like a wheelbarrow that was done by the students at Sliney.
Yep.
Very cute.
He's losing his head.
Yes, and it's very cute. And why? This design is done by the artist group, the seniors that live at the artist housing. This is done by a group of seniors, and I think it's very innovative because the two seniors are sitting on a wheelchair, and they seem to be having a great time.
Here's one of our annual participants, the Mendillo Family Dentistry. Mendillo, pardon me, Family Dentistry. But as you can see, they have everyone's covered, and it's very cute. Wear your mask, wash your hands, and practice social distancing. Here we have the Rotary Man, although I prefer to call him the Branford Man About Town. He's looking very dapper and very, very bright.
This is representing from the Stony Creek Museum. Stony Creek Museum is known for their lobstering, their oystermen, and for their quarrymen. So that's what these scarecrows represent. And the young girls here have an actual piece of Stony Creek granite that came from the quarry. So that's for them to take home with them as part of a memory. Alrighty, girls?
Introduce the girls and yourself.
Okay, and can I have your name?
I'm Sienna.
What is it?
Sienna.
Sienna?
And I'm Elise.
Elise. And I'm Marianne. Nice to meet you.
You're the creator of this display, Marianne?
I created the display with some help from people of the Stony Creek Museum.
That's great. Now, as far as the museum, is it open now?
It is not open now because of the COVID,
Yeah.
and we're hoping to open in the spring, like
Yeah.
everyone else.
Exactly, yeah.
So we're looking forward to that, but this is our representation.
It came out great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This fantastic display is done by Widmeyer Photography. And I've noticed that this is one of the more popular Scarecrows with the younger set because they like to do what I'm about to do. Hello.
Very cute.
Here we have heatsmartbranford.org. And you can see one of the workers is taking a well-earned break.
Yep. Our tour of the 10th annual Scarecrows on the Green continues. This is the Branford Hills Healthcare Center on Alps Road, and they have a scarecrow dressed upside down with a pumpkin head. This is Shoreline Orthodontics, and it's a scarecrow dressed again with a pumpkin head, and great flower display there in that pot. Great, it's the 10th annual Scarecrows on the Green. What's this one, Nancy?
This exhibit was done by the students at the East Shore Catholic Academy.
East Shoreline Catholic Academy. Yeah, that's a great school in Branford.
Right. It was part of the St. Mary's School, and they merged with the school, a Catholic school from Madison, and they did the students did a wonderful job on this exhibit.
Yep.
Okay, this is a very interesting design. We have a theater that is opening up in Branford and in Stony Creek. We're very delighted to have our own theater. The name of it is the Legacy Theater, and they did this very interesting design, and they are going to be doing a show which is going to be The Wizard of Oz. So the Branford residents are very excited about having their own theater in town.
Here is a newcomer to Scarecrows on the Green, but not a newcomer to Branford. Here we have Tyco Print and Promo. They're both in Branford and in New Haven. As you can see here, we have Elements Massage, and a very tired, stiff Scarecrow is getting all of the knots out.
This design was done by the Walsh Intermediate School PTA, and it's very innovative, and it looks like many people participated and contributed to this.
This one, Scarecrows on the Green 2020, is from the Chef Truck. It's a food service truck. I believe it parks in parts of town, possibly down at Freaky Tiki. The Chef Truck. Okay, this is Evergreen Woods, right on the North Branford town line. It's a life care facility. Whoops, one of the hats just blew off, one of the pumpkin heads. And anyway, it's been great to cover this today for you here on the Branford Green, the Branford Garden Club's 2020 Scarecrows on the Green, the 10th annual. And we've been speaking during this program with On the Wire
and Nancy Iannotti.
Yeah, and also, right, if there's any questions, or if you'd like to get in touch, if you think you have a green thumb, or if you'd like to develop, your own green thumb, right? It's BranfordGardenClub.org. They have the meetings, and all enthusiasts here in Branford. It's one of the biggest and oldest in the state. Okay, so for Henry Pond, I'm Frank Toohill. Until next time, we'll be back with more programs. And you can see all of our programs on demand at your leisure on your device. Go to BranfordTV.org Until next time, goodbye.